Sanremo is where we will be heading for round 11 of the Pro Championship, as after this we will have just 3 rounds to go, and I have mathematically clinched the championship with a 41-point margin to second, and no matter what happens from here, I am pretty much the champion-elect by 1 point if I fail to score in these last 4 rounds. Obviously that's not going to happen, but anyway, these are your constructors again, as pretty much 6 of 7 teams have now scored a podium except for Skoda. But anyway, let's now move on to Italy for round 11.
With just 3 rallies left before the end of the championship, Italy is the venue for the Sanremo Rally. It unites many of the factors that make up successful WRC events: fabulous roads, wildly enthusiastic crowds, and an incredible backdrop. It runs out of the Riviera Resort into the mountains and back again. The stages are on tarmac, but bad weather can leave them with a carpet of dirt, leaves and gravel. With the end in sight, no one can take Sanremo for granted.
Yeah, something else I should mention about the 2001 championship is that it was one of the craziest championship battles in WRC history, right up there with the 1998 WRC title as being the craziest in terms of drivers. And the winner of that championship eventually came down to being Richard Burns. So gonna go medium gears, because I might need the acceleration, and let's get on with the Sanremo Rally.
3,
And so we begin with stage 1,
go!
and where, unsurprisingly, I wind up rolling off the line, and it looks like this is going to be an interesting one. And not really off to the best of starts, but I think I'll be okay with that because I do have the acceleration to at least get me through some of these corners whilst I'm still on the throttle. And 2.8 seconds to start with. But I think I did make a good decision by going with the medium gears here because, well, I'm convinced in saying that's what helped me to get the acceleration last time around. I'm also convinced in saying it'll help me to stay on the throttle for a bit longer than what I would normally do. So I now move up into P3 as I've gained half a second on Tommy in that part of the stage. And so we continue.
Over crest, into right 2, 50, right 5, 50, left 5.
And now I have the rally lead over Tommy Macklin, and that's a wall.
Into left 4, 50, long right 2,
And
over crest,
it looks like I am beginning to gain some time here.
50, hairpin right.
I'll admit the
100, left 5.
medium gears do leave me with a disadvantage in terms of entry speed, but my exit speed, however, is mostly unaffected.
50, left 4. 50, right 3.
And now it looks like my stage time
right 5, 50,
is going down again, but
into right
I think I'll be okay with it because
caution, over jump,
in essence I
into
did
right
have
and left
a 41 point lead heading into
50, right 4,
this rally anyway.
50, left 3, tighten,
So, doesn't look like I'm going to beat Tommy to the win here. I think the Evo 6 is a little too fast for me
and
here in
finish.
stage 1, but... Oh, never mind. I managed to gain the time back again. Well, anyway, turns out the medium gears do help you out towards the end of stage 1. I did remember to save the game, didn't I? Well, in case if that doesn't happen, I'll make sure to save it here, just in case. So I don't lose anything from what happened previously. And I'll also save over my previous replay as well, because I figure why not, since this one was just a little bit faster, in my opinion. Okay, so these are your results for stage 1, as we've got 2 Fords and 2 Mitsus in the top 6, with 1 Peugeot. And then we have the other 3 Peugeots, 2 Subarus, and the 3rd Ford in the top 12. And here are the rest of the results, rounded off by Marco Martin, Piero Liatti, and Jesus Puras. And these are your results after stage 1. And well, because DNFs don't exist in this game, pretty much everyone finishes the rally. Okay, so let's now move on to stage 2. Off to a good start so far here in Sanremo. And it is literally pissing it down
Go. 50,
here
right 2, over crest,
for
into
stage
left
2.
1, 50, right 4, open,
And I think it's fair to say this is a bit more than just typical rain.
long right 2,
This is basically a thunderstorm, even though I cannot see the lightning yet.
50, left 4,
And that's a wall. Oh well.
and left 3, 100, right 4,
We'll just have to wait and see what happens next.
50, left 4, 50, right 4,
And already 6/10 down.
right 2, into left 2, and right 3, into left 3, caution, over jump, 50, right 3, 50, left 5,
And at this time,
50, left 5,
it looks like we seem to be doing okay.
left 4, 50, right 3, into left 2, into right 2, 50, right 5, into left 4, and right 2,
And now I am 1.4 seconds up
left 3,
on Tommy
50, right 3,
after sector 2. So it looks like I have certainly not lost any overall pace.
into left 5, and right 4, into left 4, 50, hairpin right, caution, don't touch, 50, left 2, tighten,
And up to this point,
long left 4,
I'd say we're doing okay.
50, right 2, tighten. Into right 4. 50, right 3.
And up now by 7 seconds
4, tighten.
over the two Mitsus at this point.
50, hairpin right. 50, left 3. Caution.
And then we got Colin McRae inside the top 4.
Left 3. 100, right 2. Into hairpin left. 50, right 3. Caution, over jump. Into left 3 and
Shit.
right 5.
Okay.
Into hairpin left.
I really thought for sure that was gonna
50, hairpin right.
send me off the mountain, but it somehow didn't. So, 6-second lead over Tommy. I think that's now going to be significantly less
Into hairpin left.
because of that fucking complex sequence of corners that tried to kill me.
Caution, don't
And I think it's fair to say whatever momentum I did have
hairpin left.
up to this point of the stage, it's pretty much been killed off
50,
now.
right 3. 50, left
I'm
3.
pretty sure I've lost at least 2 seconds
Over crest.
as a result of that
Into
sector.
left 2. And right 1. Into left 2. And right 4. Into long left 3. 50, right 4.
And
Into left 2.
up to this point, I'm not sure if I've gained any more time
And
here.
finish.
I wind up gaining 8 seconds in that last sector, so I'm going to assume the AI must have had a much harder time getting through Sector 5 compared to me. That's probably the only excuse I can think of over why they did not absolutely pull my pants down, as I would have expected them to. But there we go. I win Pantasina. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to go, if I'm being personally honest. I thought for sure that final sector was going to be a wipeout, but I did not think it was going to be the AI having more trouble getting through there than me. I honestly couldn't have predicted that was going to be the case, but here we are. So, 14.75 second victory over Tommy as Carlos. The winner of the previous round in New Zealand finished P3 with Colin P4, Freddie P5 and Marcus in P6. And Didier Auriol is best of the rest in the second Peugeot 206. And these are the rest of the results, rounded off by Toshihiro Arai in the fourth Subaru. So Tommy now moves up to second, Carlos stays in P3, Colin drops down to P4, and pretty much even Stevens for everyone else in the points. As Harry Rovanpera is best of the rest. And here is everyone else. Okay, so that is now 2 stages down, and we still have 3 to go. And boy, is this one going to be a twisty one.
3, 2, 1.
Well, here goes nothing.
50, long left 2. 50, left 4. Into right 4.
It'll be a twisty stage, but
50, right 3.
I should be able to circumnavigate
100, left 5.
my way
Into right 5.
through
50, long left 4.
this.
Over crest. 50,
But it's
right
fair to
5.
say that up to this point,
Into right 3. 100, left 5.
I should be able to get through this stage almost about as easily,
Right 3 and long left 3.
almost about as easily
Over crest.
as navigating modern day as easily as navigating modern day maritime travel.
Caution, over jump, 50, right 4. Into left 3.
And that was terrible.
Into long left 4.
Well, good thing I had a huge lead heading into the stage.
50, left 3. Into right 4 and long left 2.
Just as long as I don't break the car, I should be okay here.
50, left 2. Into right 5. Caution, over crest. And left 4.
Fuck!
Caution, over crest. 50, left 4. Caution, over
I somehow wind up gaining time,
4.
in spite of me
Left 5.
basically doing a barrel roll
50, hairpin right.
on that bank. I somehow wound up gaining time and landing on all 4 wheels again. Don't know how that works, but
100, left 5.
if it looks like it works, and it feels like it works,
Left 5.
then it works.
Into right
And yes, to
4.
those of you who might know the Gran Turismo 4 soundtrack, you will of course know that that is technically a reference to Snow Patrol.
50, caution, over crest. Into long right 3. 50, caution, over crest. Into left 3. 50,
With the sun on your
caution,
face, all
over
these
crest.
worries will soon
Into
disappear.
Right 5, over crest. Into
Fuck!
left 4.
And now my worries have definitely come back.
100, hairpin right.
They have come back to me in a big way.
Over crest. Into left 3.
Well,
And right 5. Into left 4.
good to know I had a big lead heading into the stage,
Over crest.
and it is fair to say that there were a few seconds I could afford to lose
200,
in the
long left 5.
aftermath. Of what took place.
Into right 2 and left 3.
I would have gained more time had I
Right
not
2 over crest.
completely overshot that right-hander, but
And hairpin left.
well, I guess shit happens.
Into right 4. 150.
It more or less happens to the best of us,
Hairpin right.
even though I certainly don't consider myself to be part of the best.
50 left
I was probably the luckiest man alive to not go straight off
50 right
that
3.
cliff edge,
Left 4. Caution over jump. 50
because I'm pretty sure that would have just knocked me out of the rally
50 long hairpin left.
had I overshot and went over the cliff.
200 hairpin right over crest.
I'm pretty sure a fall of that magnitude would have been enough to put me out of the rally realistically, but I somehow stayed on it.
And finish.
And there we go. I wind up losing 11 seconds, but I only lost 5 of those seconds to Tommy. So I think that should still give me the lead in the rally. I think I am still leading the rally if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I am. I'm still leading it by 12 seconds. So it's fair to say that whilst I have put together inconsistent performances in terms of certain stage times, the AI have been more inconsistent than me, and that's why I still have the rally lead at this stage. So those are your top 6 results. Don't really feel like saying the names again this time. And looks like Harry Rovenpera was best of the rest. So 12 seconds over Carlos, 16 seconds over Tommy, 28 seconds over Colin, 52 seconds over Freddie, and 1:07 over Marcus. I'll honestly be amazed if anyone else does manage to score points before the season's out, since we already have 15 drivers in the points. Okay, on now to stage 4. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll keep the long gears on this time, because we've got the long straight to start with.
3, 2, 1, go!
So 2 stages
Right 1,
to go here at Rally Sanremo.
into left 1,
And yes, I did decide to keep the long gears switched on this time, because I figured
50, left
they would help me for the long straight that we start off with. And I'm only a second behind, but
50,
ultimately I don't think I'm going to lose too much time
50, long left 4,
in these last 2 stages to Tommy or Carlos,
50, left
because I'm leading both of them by 12 and 16 seconds respectively, so
2, long left 4,
I would need to put together something pretty catastrophic in order for me to lose the lead of the rally now, the way I see things.
50, left 4,
And I've lost a few seconds so far, but I don't think it's going to be enough to
50,
stop me from winning,
50, right
as long as
4,
I manage to put together
long right 2,
consistent times in these last 2 stages. I think we should be Gucci for another win, the way I see it,
50, right 4,
as I now lead the stage for the first time.
left 4,
So it's fair to say having top speed on the straightaways
left 4,
definitely helps.
4, 50, left
The way we appear to be going at this stage.
4, 50, left 3, 50, long left 2, tighten,
So we seem to be doing okay now,
2, left 4, 50, right 3,
as I am leading the stage.
50, left 2,
And although not all of these corners are exactly
4, tighten,
helping me out, I can certainly say that the roads have definitely provided me with at least 1 or 2 cracks
50,
at potentially scoring the rally win,
left 2,
either here or certainly in the next stage. So 3/4 of a second over Tommy, 5 seconds over Freddy, and 6 seconds, was it, over Carlos at Razzo. So 4 stages have come and gone, and I have managed to score another stage win. As Tommy finished P3, as Tommy and Freddy finished P2 and 3. Oh, less than 9 seconds over Carlos in that stage. So I think it's fair to say that I'm definitely going to win the rally regardless of which way the rest of this rally goes now. As Carlos finished in P4 and Tommy finished P2. So that's now going to change the results again, as Marcus Gronholm rounds off the top 6, and Didier Auriol is best of the rest. As at the bottom we have the 2 Citroens in that stage. So 17-second advantage now over Tommy. I'm pretty much gonna be the rally winner elect, barring something like a tactical nuke that just totally prevents me from scoring the rally win here. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, aside from saying this will be another easy win for me, as we have the other two Citroens and Bruno Thierry at the bottom. So 2 Citroens and a Skoda at the bottom of the field. Now we have to get through Monte Seppo, the 5th and final stage of the Sanremo Rally. Let's just get in and get the job done. And to finish this off, we have a night stage.
1, go!
Well, I'm not surprised.
100 left 2. Into long right 2.
I did have a big lead heading into
50 left 4.
this stage of the rally, plus I can see the road just fine, because we're on tarmac and because of the surroundings that very much seem to be here. And looks as though this time it's Tommy's teammate Freddie Loy, who is now in P2.
50 left 4.
And that's a wall.
50 right 2. Into left 4. 100 right 5. Caution. And left 4.
And I almost beached my car in the grass, but I somehow managed to prevent it from getting any worse. And the gap is now 3 seconds over Carlos. I have a pretty big lead over both of them heading into the last stage, so it's fair to say the odds of me losing the rally at this stage are very much slim to none, providing I can put together a decent time and I don't suddenly throw away a 17-second victory, or lead I should say, to Tommy Mäkinen, which I don't think is going to happen unless my car has terminal or mechanical damage. You know, come to think of it, I actually don't have a replay of a night stage saved yet. I might actually consider making this one the night stage replay that I save. Especially because of just how close to the cliff edge we are here. I definitely lost some pace as a result of getting in the gravel there.
Over crest. 50 left 3. Caution. Over jump. 50 right 5. 50 left 5. 50 right 5. 50 left 4. Into right 5. 50 left 4.
And at this stage,
Right 3. And left 5. 50 left
I'd say we're doing okay. And to finish off, we set a 356.4 here at Monte Sapo. And as I would have guessed, we score, I believe, our 8th win of the championship now. 8 wins of 11 rounds, and we've now unlocked Floaty Light. And you know what? Let's overwrite the replay we saved previously and save this one, because this is a night stage, and because I don't think I have a night stage replay saved yet. So I figured I might as well save this one, because I can. And before we move on, let's also save this replay as well. Okay, so Colin McRae finished P2 in that stage, with Tommy P3, Carlos in P4, Freddie P5, and Marcus in P6. As Harry Rovanpera finished best of the rest. And 3 of the 4 Subarus had a torrid time in that final stage. Anyway, so 27 seconds over Tommy Mäkinen, 34 seconds virtually over Carlos, as Colin finished P4 with Freddie P5 and Marcus finished in P6. And Harry Rovanpera with Didier Auriol both finished best of the rest in their 2 Peugeots. And here are the rest of the results. Yeah, Rally Sanremo winners, baby! That's awesome. Yeah. So a 47 point lead is what I now have over Carlos. Tommy has pretty much secured P3 in the standings now, as Colin now moves ahead of Burnsy for P4 in the standings, even though I'm pretty sure Richard will no doubt bounce back, and Marcus scores another point to add to his point tally, as does Freddie Loix. And still no other drivers have scored points yet. Meanwhile, in the Constructors, Citroën now has a 25 point lead over Ford, and it looks as though the top 3 have pretty much been decided at this stage, with Peugeot scoring another point to add to their total. And there's everyone else. Okay, on now to Corsica for round 12.